What is up, my guys, my Johnny fans even? Today's video is going to, of course, be an analysis of Johnny's Strive announcement trailer. I'm going to be going over what I think are some key buttons Johnny uses at some points, as well as trying to glean some insight on the properties of his special moves wherever I can. As an added note, if you haven't seen the interview with Guilty Gear Strive's development director and producer in IGN's channel, I'd highly recommend doing so, as it does provide some context behind the changes they've implemented to not just Johnny, but also Season 3 of Guilty Gear as a whole. I've provided the link to it in this video as well as the description, so give that a look when you have the chance. Now with all that being said, let's get right to it.
俺の次にだがな
Just listen what's called the years, the word of the guy who was hated by the god of failure. Just lean.
So right off the bat, we're shown Johnny 6K, a classic forward advancing move in his kit, and then curveballed with a new special move, the card toss, which seems to add an extra hit to Johnny's Mistfinder upon connecting with the card, launching the opponent upward on hit, making follow-up attacks possible. This appears to be Strive's replacement for Johnny's coin resource, which not only enhanced the on-hit properties of your Mistfinders, but also provided a faster startup to Mistfinder stance. This tells me that Mistfinder levels are no longer a part of Johnny's kit with Strive, though I'm honestly not surprised by this change. Next we have this special move. It's very reminiscent of Johnny's grounded Zweihander from Exerd, only this time Johnny's throwing a card as his projectile. This could likely mean Johnny's cards are not a resource to spend like his coins are, though I could be wrong about this of course. Aside from that, I also noticed that the special move has two parts to it, much like Zweihander. The first hit being a physical attack that seems to launch standing opponents into the air, and the second being the card toss, which we've been shown previously. This next move is a callback to Johnny's days in Guilty Gear Accent Core. It's Ensenga. Back in Accent Core, this move could only be used while airborne, but this footage shows us that it's usable on the ground now. The footage of this move is very limited, but knowing this move's legacy in Accent Core, I'm going to assume it's a combo ender and possibly a decent overhead. A closer look at this portion of the trailer shows Johnny using what I can only assume is his close slash, which is quite different from his close slashes in previous titles, where he used to attack with the hilt of his sword. Another interesting thing to note is seen during this clip against Axel. Just after the Mistfinder's card follow-up launches Axel, Johnny closes in and follows up with what I'm guessing is his 2H, which seems inspired by his 3H in Accent Core. But more importantly, if you slow down this part of the combo, you can sort of see Johnny dashing a bit before cancelling into what I'm calling his 2H. What this means is that, unlike his previous iterations, Strive Johnny is potentially able to cancel his dash into a normal much more quickly than past games. For reference, Extra Johnny's dash could only be cancelled into normals during frames 14 to 18 of his dash. This could also just mean that his 2H is forward advancing. It's kinda hard to see one way or the other, but I have a strong suspicion that it's the former, and not the latter. I don't really have much in the way of info or speculation on his supers, I just think they're really cool looking. Figured I'd give him a nod in the video, if nothing else. And that's all I've got for you all today. Personally, I'm super excited to try out Johnny. He's my most anticipated addition to the Strive roster, and also my favorite character in the series by far. Which probably isn't a surprise to some of you who may have seen my reaction video on his announcement. I'd like to give a quick thank you to all the comments posted on that video. They've all been either really funny or just brimming with positivity, which I think is super cool to see. Aside from that, if you've got any Johnny info of your own that I may have missed or simply neglected to add in the video, feel free to share in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel for future Strive Johnny content because I can guarantee you'll see some more here. All that being said, I'll see you all in the next video, alright? Peace.